Shauna and Bobby Wayne from Adventures Before Dementia, and today we're going to go look at Teslas again. We're really thinking long and hard about buying one.
To start off with, we are not typically a new car buyer type family. We are in our mid-50s and my truck is the only new vehicle we've ever owned. And until FSD, which is the self-driving feature, came about, we weren't even considering getting a new vehicle, and definitely we're not considering an electric vehicle. But I've been crunching some numbers to see if we can even financially justify getting a new Tesla. So if we do get one, it will be Wayne's daily drive. He currently drives a 2020 Yukon Denali, which is his dream car. He absolutely loves it and really doesn't want to get rid of it. Driving feature is as good as we're hoping it will eventually be. He's strongly considering changing. With that being said, he spends roughly $100 a week in gas, which comes to about $400 a month and $5,200 a year. So let's do some math on the Tesla Model Y. We currently get electricity from Caney Fork Electric Cooperative in Warren County, Tennessee, and we pay somewhere between 10 and 12 cents per kilowatt hour. But for this math assignment, we'll just go with 12 cents per kilowatt hour. So if he's going 60 miles a day, and we multiply that by 7 days a week, that's 420 miles a week. So according to Google, a Tesla Model Y can get 3.5 to 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour. But for our purposes, let's just say it only got 3 miles per kilowatt hour. So that would be 420 miles divided by 3, which would mean we would need 140 kilowatt hours to replace that charge. So that comes to about $16.80 a week to charge, which you multiply that by 4 for a whole month and it would be $67.20 for a month, totaling $806.40 for a year. That is if my math is right. So if we take that $5,200 per year that he's spending on gas at our current prices on his Yukon Denali, and then if we paid $806.40 a year for those same miles on the Tesla Model Y, that gives us a difference of $4,393.60. So according to Tesla, a Model Y battery usually lasts between 300,000 to 500,000 miles, and that could be typically 15 to 25 years. But for my math, I'm just going to say 10 years. So if we're saving $4,393.60 from switching from combustible fuel to a electric vehicle, that would for over 10 years be $43,936. We're not taking anything into consideration as far as maintenance, like oil changes, spark plugs, replacements, and things like that. Only the fuel. Tesla may offer free supercharging for an introductory period, which would be even more savings that I am not factoring into today's math project. So it looks like a Tesla Model Y standard is $39,990, but you do need to factor in a $1,390 destination and order fee. So the true standard purchase price is probably going to be more like $41,380, which is still cheaper than what we would be paying in the difference for gasoline if we stayed with his Yukon Denali for the next 10 years. It does seem like it would almost pay for itself, or am I just trying to justify us getting one? I do believe at this time that the insurance for an electric vehicle is a little bit more expensive, but it is anticipated to go down in the future. And also, I didn't factor in any differences in tires, although I have heard that some people do have to replace their tires a little bit more frequently in the Teslas, but I'm not sure how that is in reality. So if there are any of you viewers that have some real world experience with these issues, would you please leave it in the comments and let us know? But it looks like it would make more sense for us to make the change, and hey, we would get a new vehicle. This is just raw data and not real world data, but I had to start somewhere when trying to make a decision if this even made sense to make this purchase. And I do realize when or if we do get a Tesla, we will likely be getting more miles on it than what we do with Wayne's Yukon Denali, as we will probably using it for trips and weekend outings rather than using my truck. I was just trying to see if we could justify paying this much money for a new vehicle, but it looks like it would almost pay for itself in fuel savings. I hope that my math made sense and that I went about it the correct way. Thanks for watching and have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll update you when we have made a decision.